The BBC is interrupting its normal programmes to bring you an important announcement. This is BBC News from London. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Hello, and welcome to The Jab. I'm Rob.
I'm Mark.
And today we start with a sombre beginning. Unfortunately, as you heard at the beginning there, the Queen, she's dead.
She is. How are you doing, Rob? How are you holding up?
Well, you know, it's a sobering moment for sure. I think I'm going to be okay. I think, she's had a good life, hasn't she? And,
she has.
She had a pretty good goddamn life and
a long one at that.
A very long one. 96 glorious years. How are you coping, Mark?
I'm doing okay. She was with us, like you say, for a long time, and I think that's the thing that it's going to be hard to come to terms with, that she's no longer here, because she was just always there, you know? Since we've been kids, she's just been there, like post boxes.
Yeah, she was. She sort of turned round and you go, huh, and she's just there.
Yeah,
you know?
She's just there all the time, even on the money. She was always on the money.
She was. I couldn't. Yeah, she's always on the money, and yes, I think that's probably what I remember her for mostly.
That and the little royal seal on jams and tea bags, so you know that they're the good ones.
Oh, of course, and cigarettes, of course.
Of course, yes, cigarettes. Yeah, I mean, fallen out of fashion recently, and but yeah, she didn't discriminate. You know, she loved a good pack.
She did. She loved to chuff away on those cancerous pipes back in the day. I'm sure, you know, just for the camera. She didn't want anyone to know, but I knew she loved a fat cigar at some point, and I'm sure our corgis loved it too.
Yeah, well, I can imagine she being very up to date. Remember the news when she first got an iPod, and all those sorts of.
Oh, she sent an email,
stories.
didn't she? She remember she sent her first email. And she pressed that button, and it's almost like she'd written it herself.
Yeah, marvelous, very whimsical, very whimsical.
Yes, and credible sense of humour. She used to fart all the time and laugh her ass off.
Don't we all? And if it's okay for her to do it, then we should all be safe in the knowledge and don't feel silly when we do it ourselves.
Absolutely not. No. Well, I mean, you know, without the news coverage that's been on, I don't think we'd have all been able to keep up to date with every single minute detail that's been going on so far.
Yeah, I completely agree. They are definitely getting a lot of coverage out of just even the ride down from Balmoral to Edinburgh there. I mean, that was a spectacle of filler from the commentators on that. I mean, at one point, one of them just turned and said, "Should we just listen to the people clap?" Because I think they eventually would run out of stuff to say.
Oh, my word. I mean, it's a pretty crazy job to have to fill that literally hours of helicopter rides following a car with the Queen inside.
And usually in that kind of coverage, it's a police chase. But this is the opposite.
I mean, motorways are really boring. And when there's less...
When the road's been blocked off and there's no cars, or barely any cars.
Just one car.
Even more so.
One car chasing its own shadow. And when that's quite sad in itself, really, let alone the sadness of, well, death.
Yeah, and the sad reality that not only is she gone, but Charles is here, and here to stay, it seems.
It's hard to think. I think we all knew it was looming over the horizon, but it's one of those things where you kind of wish that the horizon was a fake and it was flat Earth all along, and there was no horizon, and Charles wasn't. But we've had literally, literally, they didn't waste any time, did they? And then suddenly
Immediately.
King.
They made it very clear that he is immediately king. For
I
some
know.
reason. As if there maybe there's some law that we don't know about that in these times of transition, if that one of us, the plebeians, could, somehow get raced to the doors of Buckingham Palace, that there might be some weird clause that we could actually take our place on the throne. But yeah, they were very adamant that as soon as her soul floated off, the hand of God or whatever divine right that he has immediately came into play. It was like a proper tag team, one in, one out.
Yeah, exactly. There was no gaps. There was no waiting. It was just right. Next, on to the next. Let's go. And it is now King Charles III.
King Charles Part 3.
Part 3. Yes, the trilogy has finally been completed. Well, it finally started.
Yes.
You never know how many Charles there might be, and it turns a Fast and Furious situation.
True. And I mean, usually the third in a trilogy is never very good. So, I mean, yeah.
Who would play the Hobbs and Shaw, the spin-off, I'm not sure who would, the Hobbs and Shaw
I think that's probably reserved for whatever the Williams kids are, like George and I can't remember.
Maybe it's Harry and Meghan, because they're kind of off on a spin-off right now, aren't they?
That's true. And she is American, so that brings a certain flavour
because
to it.
Jason Statham is English and The Rock is American, so...
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, there you go.
Well, I might just wait for that to come out rather than watch King Charles Part 3, because, I don't know, really. Yeah, it's already a bit withered and tired, even though it's the first one that I've seen.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, not having much hope, but that's what the news is for, isn't it? I mean, they have pretty much monopolised that, and...
Oh, most definitely.
Even Sky Sports News has been infiltrated. There was there was a bit of sport, but they actually scrapped Sky Sports News and put Sky News on Sky Sports News channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
As if there wasn't enough coverage.
I know.
They've really just, thinned out the material even more that these poor commentators have to grasp at, because now we've got a whole army of reporters just saying the same thing, like she was always there, she was constant, she was constantly there, constantly.
Yes,
that's the takeaway.
With a sense
really.
Of dignity, and that's what they say a lot, was like dignity and grace, and I don't doubt that's true. Don't doubt that's true, but they're really starting to wear it out a little bit now, aren't they? So
they are.
It's
It's almost becoming a mockery in itself.
Yeah, it's only day 4, isn't it? Day 4.
It is Monday. Is it Monday? No. Yeah, next Monday is the funeral. So we've got a lot of air to fill with pictures backed by various classical music, interjected with "She was always there."
Yes. When you end up hearing "She was always there," it's kind of like they didn't really want her there. It's weird. It's kind of it's kind of backfired a little bit if you keep saying.
True. That's true. Anyway, enough of that, because that's not the real news, and that's what we're here for, The Jab. We're here to pick up the slack of the BBC, the ITV, and the CBBC.
Jackanakanori.
And so we're here to bring it to you straight from our thoughts to press. Run that press.
Let's do it. News.
Right, yeah, well, I'm glad we've established that we're both on the same page with the recent coverage of our late great Queen Elizabeth II. We'll agree. She was great. She was a queen. She was the second of the Elizabeths, and that really sums it all up. Time to move on.
Cracking sequel, wasn't it?
Really brilliant sequel.
And yeah, I think we need to talk about, there's other things going on in the world, and we're here to make sure you hear about it. So there was that whole thing with that rocket, it was supposed to go up into the old space.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Is it Artemis?
Yeah, Artemis, yes, that's the mission. Maybe we could ask Jeffrey John Science to give us an update on what the hell happened.
We now go over live to Jeffrey John Science, who is at the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. How's it looking down there, Jeffrey? How's the repairs coming along?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, we can hear you, Jeff.
Oh, great. It's me, Jeffrey John Science. Good to be here. But, yeah, I'm at the Cape Canaveral at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And, yes, well, it's very sunny. It's very warm here, actually. But it's this massive rocket right here. I mean, I tell you what, I have to lie down just to look at the top of it. It's so massive. And, it's not been a great time for old NASA recently, Lots of delays and stuff. So, yeah, it looks like they're doing stuff. I can't, these people up there, they're like lance working on top of rocket. But, yeah, I think they're doing what they're supposed to be, but right. I can't see them, so I'll tell you what, hello, mate, is it going all right? He said, yeah, it's okay. I don't know. I think he said that.
Ah, marvellous news. Are there any theories as to what went wrong with the first launch, Jeffrey? Because we heard about there was a leak, but could you expand upon that a bit more? I mean, what was leaking there? Was it a gas leak, a oil leak, like a Panama Papers kind of leak? Is this going anywhere that we weren't necessarily expecting? Could you just elaborate a bit more, please?
Sure, no problem at all. So there is a few things banning around, ideas of what went wrong. But one was the leak of failure out of rocket, which it's a bit awkward, that one, so we'll move past it. The other one was the rockets leaking from one of the valves in there. So that's a very viable option. But also, I've heard this really crazy rumour that some sort of conspiracy, see? They're having such a bad time. It was failing, and it was the second time they tried to launch it, right? But it wasn't going up. But I heard that they might have off the Queen just to cover its tracks.
What?
And yes, I know, it's crazy, right? I mean, I don't know for sure, but they could have offed her and to cover up the fact that they failed their launch again.
These are very serious accusations, Jeffrey. Do you have any evidence to support these?
Not really. I heard it off this guy called Tag and Randy. I met him on beach last night, had a few beers with them, and they were telling me all about it, and it's very compelling,
Right. Wow. Well, you heard it here first, folks. The NASA could be embroiled in a conspiracy to take out the British monarchy to cover up their mishaps. We'll have more on this later. So, Jeffrey, when is the proposed launch date? Could you fill us in on that? Well, when could we be hoping to get back to the moon, if we ever went to the moon?
Oh, bloody hell, that's a loaded gun, that one. Well, first part of the question I can answer, which is, we're supposed to be going back. We're supposed to try it again on the 19th of September, which I believe is the same day as the Queen's, send-off. So, sounds really. I mean, it's getting a little bit scary now, but
there's definitely some coincidences happening.
Well, that's it, and putting that aside, I mean, we definitely did go to the moon. I know that because I saw it on TV, and TV is always right, isn't it? And unlike the internet, which is full of crazies and. But it's supposed to be going back to the moon, circling around the moon, having a look around, making sure that it's still there and that it's real. We want to watch it on HD as well. It'd be like 4K, it'd be amazing. And then it's going to fly around, come back, land, splash down back into the Atlantic Ocean. It's supposed to be the biggest, most powerful rocket ever made.
Wow. Even bigger than that big bomb they dropped in Hiroshima.
Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's much bigger than that, It's going to go and boom. It's going to scare all birds round there, and all the fish are going to go deaf.
Well, sacrifices must be made for the evolution of human knowledge. That's how it is, and that's how it's always been. But, each time we create one of these catastrophic events, we always learn something a little bit more about the world and ourselves.
That's right, yes. Sorry, wasn't listening there. So, hey, I've got to go, because I'm going to go and fill up rocket with fuel. Yeah, they've allowed me to do it. Yeah, I've got to go. Right, so see you on the see you next. See you soon. I'm coming, mate. Bye.
Well, good luck, Jeffrey. Good luck, Jeffrey. Jeffrey John Science there with some damning information that we will be reporting on going forward. Rob, there you have it. The real leak there was the info about the conspiracy to take out the British monarchy to cover up the shortcomings of the National American Space Agency.
Yeah, I mean, that's one crazy theory, but the coincidences, oh my goodness me, the coincidences.
All right, I see what's going on.
Wow. That's crazy. The coincidences are a little bit striking, and I mean, I'm not really one for conspiracies normally, but I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? How is that lined up to? How did he not feel that we're going to be suspicious about that?
I know, and when it comes from such a credible source as Jeffrey, I mean, I don't even really think twice. But yeah, you're exactly right. So when the 19th rolls around, I bet we're going to get another failed launch because they don't really know what they're doing down there. They can't fix it, and they're just biding their time.
Well, I think if the funeral's taking too much shine off it, they'll just explode it anyway, because they'll just build another one.
Yeah, exactly. They're Joe Biden their time.
Oh, my word. You are full of it today.
Just call me Nicolas Cage because, I'm gonna unlock this national treasure and get to the bottom of this nonsense.
Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Wow. I can't believe you dropped the Nick Cage bomb. Wow.
I know. Much like the bomb on Hiroshima.
Oh, yeah. You keep going.
Coming full circle.
Is this a dare? Are you part of a dare? Is this some sort of dare to get this mentioned as many times as possible?
Well, Jeffrey and I have had a bit of a back and forth, yeah, and you got me.
Oh, that Jeffrey, I tell you what, he's a sod, isn't he?
I know. Well, he's waiting to drop the F-bomb, but we keep bleeping it out. Oh, well, I'm glad we've been able to somewhat move past the royal family stuff, but, it's all coming back, it's all intertwined. But, yeah, I'm glad that we've been able to bring some real solid news, outside of what the corgis eat and what her favourite Sunday lunch was. So, yeah, what else is hitting the headlines?
Oh, well, they're also, slightly linked to it is the Commonwealth is finally starting to crumble and break away with Antigua and Canada looking to discuss leaving. I mean, they straight away, Queen's gone, so we're off. They're wasting no charms. They're like, no, King Charles, no king of mine. We're heading off. So I think even Australia are talking about in the next 4 years looking at seeing and reviewing whether they want the monarchy as their head of state. So this may be the beginning of the end.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's what that's what King Charles's part 3 plot line is Charles trying to save the Commonwealth.
Charles crumbles Commonwealth. That's what it is.
Much like a rich tea dunked for too long. It's just falling apart, mate. It's just falling apart.
The Charles cookie crumbling Commonwealth. I can't speak. Oh my God. Catastrophe.
A catalyst for catastrophes. The King Charles cookie crumbling Commonwealth. I hear you. That's what you're trying to say.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
That's okay.
Oh. Yes, there you go. Yes.
Wow. It is interesting, isn't it? Because it was pretty much, only really formed since old Liz 2 was around. So, but I mean, I think it's about time that, all these places just finally become their own thing. It's time to move on.
Corgi be the end of the Commonwealth.
Oh. Sell that headline to the Mirror.
Oh, see? TM, trademark. I'll trademark that one. That's mine. That's ours. It's the Jabs.
It's part of the Jab Intellectual Property 2022.
Putting amazing headlines to one side. I guess this was always going to happen, I mean, it is an old thing. The Commonwealth doesn't stand. I mean, it stands for some bad stuff, back in the past.
Colonial stuff and the taking of things.
That's it, stealing and generally saying, that's mine now, I'll put a flag on it kind of situation. So, not really very proud of that history, but there must have been some sort of benefits to it, maybe. Otherwise, they surely would have got rid of it years ago.
Maybe. Well, this is the thing, actually. Prior to us leaving the EU, we had more benefits being able to go over to like Poland really than we did trying to get into Barbados or whatever ones that we've still got over there. Because like you still, as a Commonwealth citizen, you still need to actually go and apply for like work permits and stuff. So you can't just, unfortunately, Rob, you can't just go over to Bermuda and set up your little lemonade stand on the beach and start bringing in the old pesos, because you still need a work permit and everything else. So there wasn't a lot of benefits to like the daily people, the kind of regular people. So I don't know. To hell with it.
Wow.
Down with the Commonwealth.
I mean, the only good thing about it is they have the Commonwealth Games, and
that's true.
There's countries from all over the world that get to compete in those things that maybe normally they wouldn't get to do. So I'm trying to look at the positives, really.
Yeah, good point. I mean, that probably is keeping some of those obscure sports alive, like like wife carrying,
yes,
pea shooting,
three-legged race,
cheese, space hopping,
egg dash, cheese rolling. That's a dangerous sport, that is.
It is.
Very dangerous sport.
It is, indeed.
Well, good luck to them. And whatever they choose, fair play. Oh, did you know, a little fun fact for you.
Oh, okay.
That, on the money, the Queen's facing to the right, but they alternate, so King Charles will be facing to the left.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah,
finally turn the other cheek.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. King Charles, he turns heads.
He does. Well, I'm interested to see also how they're going to start replacing all the all the post boxes and all those things. Because it's all got the old ER on it, isn't it? And they're just going to. You'll just be walking down the street and we're having all this ceremony and everything else, but the reality is we'll just have to like scrub her away from our existence because Charles needs his name on everything. Some bloke down there outside the post box with a massive sandblaster just stripping her name off like yesterday's news.
I think it's going to be a while to see those, because I don't think they get replaced very often. So unless someone goes around vandalising.
That's a good point.
The original ones, maybe you can send out old Camilla.
Oh, yes.
To smash a few.
Yes.
You,
that's true.
Could you go smash a few of those boxes, please?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, Camilla, go on. You're great with a baton, So something like that, maybe.
Potentially, that could happen. He could order some of his subjects down at one of the council estates to do that for him, I guess.
Yeah, get the old butler down there.
And then on top of that, people might just start stealing them because, of course, now I reckon everyone is scrambling for that drawer that they have in the kitchen that's full of all the batteries and the old change, and they're just like collecting up all their pennies with her face on it because they think that they're going to be worth something, when in reality we've probably got about another 150 years before any of those will be worth anything, because people they're £10 notes. Whoa, what was that?
Hey, what the hell happened there, mate? I don't really know. Where did you go? Where did I go?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think to another dimension or something.
Yeah.
Well, clearly we've hit a nerve with our so-called conspiracy, because it's looking even more validated, because the powers that be clearly don't want us talking about that anymore.
Well, no. I mean, one thing I was talking to you. Next thing, all I could hear was some weird teachings by the Kremlin.
Oh, yeah, some Russian internet chitter-chatter just coming down the line.
They're going, death to the monarchy and blah, 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 and then all that. And all of a sudden, I felt an urge to stab a note.
Oh wow! Oh my God! I definitely got the first part of their message there, but I mean, who knows what the rest of it was? The rest of the Russian. I mean, it could have been more instructions or a recipe for borscht. But unfortunately, neither you or I really speak Russian, so
No, I mean, I
will
had this
just
urge
be
to
lost
say
to time.
yes, commander, and that was strange. I found myself
Yeah.
being somebody else, maybe
Okay.
some sort of like vodka drinking, you know.
Fiend.
Yeah, fiends. Yes, that's a good one.
Well, just all I can say is watch out for any strangers that might approach you with random activation words.
yeah, there'll be it's always snowing in St. Petersburg or something. I don't know.
It'd be like, caviar makes a great lunch.
Yeah, the eagle squawks on the hour of death.
Hopefully, none of those have now activated you,
Yeah.
because I'm not really sure what to do. Because, as always, even though I'm back in the UK, we're not in the same room. So
No.
I can't help you from where you are.
So I'm just gonna hang on. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Sorry. What was that? What happened there? What happened? What was the matter?
Well, I'm not sure. Either you have aggressively defecated on yourself or you were taking out someone or something.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I'm not really sure what to do in this scenario because I might have just been witness, in a sense, to a crime. But
So as I was saying, I was just sat in my chair, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sat in my chair.
good news is we can just cut that out and no one has to know. So
Oh, good.
It's all good.
The
It's all good.
evidence must be destroyed.
Let's move on. Rob, what have you been up to? How's life?
Life's good. I've been up to all sorts of crazy shenanigans. I've been to 2 weddings so far this summer.
Right.
About to go to a 3rd actually next week.
Oh.
Another wedding in Dublin.
Very nice.
Yes, that's right. To Dublin. So that's going to be cool. It's John, who, we both know from Australia days.
Ah, yes. Good old John.
Yes, John.
He's clearly not getting married to Hannah because I heard they broke up.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, my God. No, thank goodness for that.
Blast from the past.
Yeah, that was a proper... He managed to escape that nightmare. Yeah, so a couple of weddings. One was my cousin's wedding up in Darlington because they're all from the Sunderland lot.
Okay.
So that was good fun. Although, me and Danielle went there, and obviously, but even though, I was single for a long time, all that sort of stuff, but got there and absolutely hounded about when we're going to get married and all that. So
of
it's
course,
just
of
relentless,
course.
mate. Honestly, they did not stop all day.
You don't listen to them, Rob. You do things on your own time.
That's right.
yeah?
Well, I don't think people realise they don't know me. They obviously don't know me well enough because people tell me to do stuff. I do the opposite. I'm one of those people. Well, I'll just do the opposite to piss them off. So they don't obviously. And to be honest, it was so relentless and. It was all day, all night, and good job the music was playing, that's for sure. Then I couldn't hear them after that. So,
good,
so it was
good.
pretty relentless. And luckily, Danielle's quite chilled.
Okay.
Good job, sarcasm is the thing. That's how that got me through it without murdering somebody.
The old sarcasm. Nice. Yeah. I mean, not that you would ever murder anyone. Just for the record, Rob would never murder anyone.
Oh, definitely. I definitely wouldn't murder anyone. Definitely not.
Definitely wouldn't murder anyone. Okay. Well, that's good that you were able to deflect all of the classic peer pressure from everyone else. So that's good. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Well
I mean, Daniel came up with a good one about, someone says, "Oh, when are you getting married?" And she said, "Well, why don't you say, well, when I find the right girl?" I thought that was pretty funny.
Ah, that is good.
But that,
Very
mate,
nice.
that didn't even touch the size. They didn't even back.
She's got a great sense of humour, Rob. You should marry her.
Thanks, mate. Oh no. Yeah, look, it says you started now.
Oh God, I've participated in the relentless peer pressure. I know. It's infectious.
Mate, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. But the thing is, I tried that, and they didn't even notice. They didn't laugh, didn't even notice. They just didn't skip a beat. Just kept going on. So that was. We tried to deflect it, but it just got crazy. So
yeah. Okay.
But the second
fair
one I
enough.
went to had nothing to do with family. That was friend Nige. He got married up in Chester, so we went up to that. That was quite good fun, actually.
Right.
We
Okay.
yeah, it was quite good. Obviously got a bit drunk and dance moves, mate. You should have seen me. I was absolutely flying.
I hope that there's some footage out there somewhere. Someone must have it. If you do have it, send it in to the Jab.
Yes, hopefully not. I can just say they were really good and no one will ever know because they were either too drunk or there's no photographic evidence. So,
oh well, somewhere, someone flying a drone or some grainy, even if it's the grainy Crime Watch CCTV footage, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Now that'd probably make it look pretty cool. But no, if it was, my left knee was hurting the next day, so I was definitely doing the twist a bit too much, I think.
Clearly,
yeah, I was giving it large, and so successful wedding, I'd say. And then it was good fun. But yeah, so been crazy and non-stop, really, to be honest. How about you, Mark? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Well, I think since the last time we spoke, Jess is finally here in the UK now.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, finally.
That wasn't sarcasm,
but yeah,
by the way.
I can hear the sincerity down the line. Unfortunately, it wasn't without its issues because of the fact that here in Great Britain, we love a hard border, or we love a good show of authority. So because we have had issues with the visa situation, it meant that when she landed, there were a few more questions than if you were to just maybe land without the issues that we have. So it was a bit of a proper border force rummage for your bag situation.
No rubber glove.
Well, not quite the rubber glove, but definitely a lot of rummaging through. But luckily, they didn't look into the suitcase with all the embarrassing goods. So that's something. Thank God they didn't get into that one. But since she's been here, we've been obviously doing a lot of traveling around and taking advantage of this potential 6-month window that we have, because if we can't resolve our visa issues, then we're on a bit of a ticking clock situation.
Oh, so where have you been then? Or where's the trip taking you so far?
Well, we were looking to fly to Berlin, but unfortunately, at the time, flights were very expensive, and so we decided to drive over like nutters. But it worked out well because the cost for petrol was less than half what it would have been to fly. So it was a really good trip, actually. And because of the fact that we drove, we were able to stop off at multiple places along the way, which was good. But yeah, Berlin, first time that I've been. I'm assuming you've been before, Rob?
Actually, no, I haven't been to Germany at all. I'm very... I think
you haven't lost your B card.
No, I wish...
As it were.
I've always wanted to go, but for some reason it's never quite happened. So... yeah, so what's Berlin like?
Well, obviously, you've got a lot of the history going on with the Berlin Wall stuff and Cold War era sort of memorabilia, I guess. Now it's kind of weird.
Are you allowed to mention the war?
You can mention the war. No one seems to care anymore. It's more about the wall. It's about the Cold War in Berlin. No one cares about WWs, WW1 and 2.
Oh. So it's all about the crumbling wall of communism, is it?
It is.
Oh, that sounds like the Commonwealth crumbling like the Berlin Wall.
It does. It could be a sign of things to come, the fall of Soviet Union, 91. Is it going to repeat itself with the Commonwealth?
Hopefully.
We don't know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Boy's got he's got a lot to live up to, mate. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But no, definitely more focused on the Cold War stuff. So, you can get your fix of espionage at the Spy Museum. There's a museum for everything in Berlin.
Brilliant.
There's like the Stasi museums and there's like a DDR museum, so you can see how people lived in the day of the life of a commie citizen. But no, I really enjoyed it. And of course, Berlin's known for its crazy discotheques. We didn't get too down the rabbit hole. I mean, obviously... there's probably a place called the Rabbit Hole that's, full of rabbits because it's Berlin. That probably is a club that exists. But we didn't quite go that far. But we dipped our toe into the murky underworld that is the Berlin disco scene. But yeah, no Berghain. Have you heard of Berghain?
No, what's that?
Well, it's one of the crazier ones, most well-known one. So basically, it's in like a disused factory. It's a multi-leveled club, and people queue up outside there for hours. Queues are longer than Lizzie's funeral at the moment.
Wow.
Longer than what people are queuing up at the moment. Yeah, so they will queue up for hours and then get to the door and then potentially not be let in. So it's all about the vibe. So there's all of these like little blogs and how-tos and all these kinds of things on how to get in there. So it's very elitist, and I think that's kind of what attracts people to it. But yeah, the door is guarded by a man known only as Sven. And basically, if he doesn't like the look of you, then sorry, mate, you're not coming in. So, but if you do manage to get in, which, obviously, like I say, I haven't been, but from what I've read and what people have said, it's a pretty crazy place. Apparently, you don't want to go downstairs, Rob. You don't want to go downstairs.
Oh, that sounds like I want to go downstairs. Yeah. What?
Exactly, I know. You classically do the opposite of what people tell you. So apparently, you don't want to go downstairs.
Why though?
I mean,
why?
Well, from what I've been told and what I've read, that you might find yourself in a shower of sorts of the golden variety.
Oh my goodness me!
Exactly.
Maybe some of that too.
Yes, probably. Who knows?
Dear.
No one, we don't judge here in Berlin.
No.
Anything goes in Berlin.
Yes, everything everything goes. Mm-hmm.
Ooh la la. But yeah, so like I said, we didn't really partake in anything like that. We were very much the PG-13 variety.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So bit of history, lots of pretzels. Lots of beer drinking, a little bit of clubbing. But
Lovely.
No, very good, mate. You should. I recommend.
Yeah, sounds like my kind of place. Apart from the downstairs situation, I'm not taking any goggles. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you do see anyone with a snorkel, I will just remind you that Berlin is not near the sea.
No,
so.
No diving really. You think, but they find a way.
They do find a way, exactly.
Well,
but yeah, so we were able to hit up Berlin, and then because we drove on the way back, we went to Cologne, and we also went to Ghent, which is in Brussels. No, not in Brussels. Sorry, in Belgium. I always get those mixed up. Brussels is the city. Belgium is the country. But yes, so Ghent was very nice, very picturesque, much like Bruges, but less busy. From what I've been told.
Okay. So, give us a picture of what Ghent's about.
Ghent, it's very, what is it, 14th century? It's all medieval kind of
it kind of
town.
sounds.
I mean, most of it.
Sorry, the word Ghent sounds a bit like an insult, to be honest, doesn't it? You Ghent.
It does, or an infection. Like, I'm sorry, sir, you've got Ghent.
yeah.
It sounds a bit like that.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Maybe
unfortunate name, but lovely place.
Oh, okay. So, what is there? A big river there or something? Is there what's going on?
There is a big river going through it. You can do your little boat tours around the place. Most of it looks like it's been carved out of styrofoam. Like, it looks like those kind of theme park recreations of what they think, medieval times look like.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah, very well preserved, I guess.
Was there any jousting?
There unfortunately was no jousting, but there was a bar that I went to that had over 300 beers.
What?
And if you wanted to open a tab, you didn't have to put your credit card behind the bar, but what you did do was surrender your shoes.
Wow.
As a man would pulley down, this man would get a basket from the ceiling, from a loft, and use a pulley system to bring it down, place your shoes in said basket, and then return them aloft in the air. So I guess the idea is that you can't leave without your shoes.
Wow.
I mean, I guess there's a few ways you can look at that. You could be like, that's a great idea. Or, if you've just got a pair of crappy flip-flops from, like, Primark that you don't really care about, there is a Primark in Ghent down the road. So just leave your flip-flops there, walk out without paying your bill, and go and pick up a pair of flip-flops because you've just saved yourself around, a couple of €100 on booze.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a bag, you should I've just got my new trainers. I'll wear my crappy, smelly ones. Take them down there.
Exactly.
They get them. You walk out, put your new shoes on, and you got a free piss up.
Job's a good one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's, classic British brain there, always looking for a bargain.
I think that's great. That's great. That's pretty cool, isn't
good.
it? So you can't wear your shoes in the place then, so...
You can wear them. It's only if you want to open up a tab that
sorry.
you can surrender your shoes, if you like.
Okay, sorry. I thought everyone's sitting around there with no shoes on. I imagine in somewhere like Gent, you would be hunted down with a crossbow or something.
Probably. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if that's a solution to their problems. Or if you found, you would probably be dunked into the river.
Yeah, some sort of archer or something is bestowed in the gates of Gent, and they're like, they send a pigeon over, a hawk or something, and says, "Kill the man with the no shoes," and he gets the message, and he's like, "Pow, gone, he's dead." He's got him, and
that's it.
And they hang him from above the pub to remind people
over the yes, exactly, as a symbol. Basically, like piracy, pretty much. God knows, maybe that was what was going on. Probably only mere decades ago before we formed the EU.
It just makes me a little bit suspicious when you don't really decide what language you're going to speak. Pick a language.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that usually is the defining thing of a nation, is that at least we're going to speak the same language. But this whole bilingual stuff, I don't know, suspicious.
Wow. Exactly.
Very suspicious.
It's like people have two first names as their whole name, like Daniel James or something like that. I just find it's very, very odd. Why have they got two first names?
Usually you have one middle name, but then people have like 4 middle names.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just like, talk about having to fill out forms. I thank God they've gotten rid of landing cards when you have to land it now. Just spend your time in line trying to fill that out, and then you misspell something. And because with those landing cards, did you ever feel very much like you were never doing anything wrong, but you always felt like if you accidentally put a tick in the wrong place, then that's it. Your holiday's ruined. You're probably going to end up in a weird jail. Cavity search just by default.
Yeah, well, it's like when you walk through the nothing to declare, and you feel like you feel guilty as hell, don't you? You got everyone staring at you. You're like, do you have anything to declare? Do you? Yeah. I've stolen a dog or something. I don't know.
I stole a Mars bar. Where from? Oh, when I was 8.
I stole a shoes Toblerone. They're like, what? And then they forgot that you've got the receipt, and then, what a stressful time. You end up in airport jail or something.
Is the food worse in airport jail than regular jail? Probably.
Yeah.
Airline food is pretty crap.
Well, yeah. It's all the packaged, all the, the horrible. So, it's just horrible, isn't it?
Well, it's been reheated about 15 times, and then it's reheated to the point where it's just scalding.
Maybe they do the thing where, you get hot towels on a plane. Maybe they give you freezing cold towels just to make it really uncomfortable.
Yeah, they can't quite go full Guantanamo Bay and chuck ice cold water over you, so they do what they can within their powers.
Yeah, that's it.
I like it.
So
You're sick, Rob.
Yeah.
You're sick.
I know.
You're sick.
I could definitely be a torturer.
You could. Well, I was just thinking, going back to the nothing to declare, it would be kind of funny if they somehow, people started treating them like a sort of confession booth. So, do you have anything to declare? And then you just like you say, just any sort of thing that's been playing on your mind, you just sort of end up bestowing on this poor airport attendant, which, don't start doing now, people, because there's no one working at airports anymore anyway. We're finding it hard enough to get people on board. They don't want to have to listen to your confessions. Or, do you have anything to declare? Yes, my love for Susie. It's like, don't know who that is, mate. Keep on going. I only care if you've got like a packet of seeds in your back pocket or £10,000 and a handgun.
Yeah. I've got this. And they're like, what? Oh, shit, I forgot that gun was in there. Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, God. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, because, I usually carry 2, and I thought 1 would be fine.
Wow.
So,
wow. What a trip. Well, I'm glad you had such a lovely trip, mate. That sounds brilliant.
Yes. Well, no, it was good.
Well, one thing that we did do was actually, got to meet up as well, didn't we? We got to. I got to actually meet Jess in the real life situation, you know.
I know, she's real, Rob. The amount of times you've doubted me, that you've thought that it was all a myth.
Well, you know, I thought it was just you putting on a lady's voice when I spoke to her on the phone and all that. And, you know, because you're good at voices,
yes,
Mark. I mean, you know.
Well, thank you very much. and you know, there's quite a lot you can do with a modulator as well. So,
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
But yeah, no, we did. We met up in, was it Richmond? And we went to
yes.
the pub that has featured on the Apple TV Plus show, Ted Lasso. Also, Apple TV Plus, if you're listening, we will take sponsorship.
Yeah. What's his name? What's the guy's name?
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, he's I liked. Well, he's been in a few films I quite liked. We're the Millers.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was good, actually. That was good. But yeah, so we ended up in that pub where that was shot, and then we had
nice.
a lovely walk around Richmond.
It was lovely, wasn't it? That there was that bloody bastard hill we had to go up, and with lovely views though, lovely views over the River Thames, and yeah, it was just nice to finally meet Jess, and actually, yeah. She's top bird, mate. Top bird.
Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good find. Yeah.
Good find. Yeah. Well done, son. You done well there. Well done. So top marks, mate. Top marks. There's a show right there, isn't there? Top marks.
There is top marks. What do I do? I go around grading people on various talents they have.
Maybe could be the movie review part where you go, welcome to Top Marks Movie Review. All right. Well, talking of movie reviews, Mark, why don't we do our movie review
of Thor, Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. Imagine being... Well, that's a combo, isn't it? Love and thunder. Thundering love.
It is. Thor, Love and Thunder. I guess, well, the question is, did we need another Thor film? Did we need the fourth Thor film?
Fourth film.
Movie.
Yeah. It's, well... I mean, the Ragnarok Thor film was very good. I enjoyed that. And...
Indeed.
I guess. Well, I mean, I do enjoy the last one, so why not? And obviously, Taika Waititi was back directing, so I think. Well, I was looking forward to seeing it because obviously. But what did you think then? Do you think it was a bit overkill?
I think a little bit, yeah. So he was back directing, but he also wrote it as well, or like partly wrote it with someone else. So I think with the third movie, he directed, but it was written by other people. And so I think maybe there was just too much of a layer of Taika Waititi on top. And so, yeah, I mean, it was entertaining, but I would say that certain creative choices could have probably been left out of it. One thing that I found more weirdly distracting was some of the CGI, actually. Was my issue. Anytime they had Natalie Portman wearing her Thor helmet, I don't know, the CG just looked really dodgy. I don't know if there was something rushed about it or anything, but yeah, took me out of the experience. I mean, we could have just not had a helmet on her, that would have been fine. Or whatever happened to physical props, Rob? Just give her a physical prop, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I did see a little video today about how they've got so much content coming out. They're compromising quality over quantity kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that sort of is apparent in that movie. And then also going back to some of the sort of writing or creative choices, is just the goat thing just got old very quickly, like the screaming goats, that kind of joke.
I see, yeah.
That I found that quite annoying. One thing I did like was old Christian Bale. Obviously, like, was really great in it, and with his sort of, the dark kind of thing that he brought to it. But yeah, it was it was kind of like tonally confused as well because of that. At first, I thought, oh, maybe Taika Waititi took it over and put his little layer of comedy over it. And then when it kind of came to those scenes, it was almost like not too serious, like it was fine. But it was just like when you got to having to do serious parts, and there was no way of putting comedy in there. I guess it just, I don't know. It was almost like really split. I don't know if you found that. It was just sort of split between the two halves.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was odd. It was a very odd. The Christian Bale trying to be, serious and being an intense character, and then you just got Thor. Just sort of. Well, I guess there's nothing. Just it's all a bit silly and stuff like that. I mean, the worst part for me. Yeah. The worst part for me was Russell Crowe's Greek accent as Zeus.
Yes, that was terrible. That was terrible, and also kind of, I guess, somewhat offensive in a way. It's like, could you not at least get like a Greek actor or something? But you got because it's in the the sort of realm of Australia and New Zealand with a lot of the actors. It's almost like a buddy cameo almost, isn't it? It's like, I'm sure Taika Waititi or Chris Hemsworth would probably live next door to old Russell Crowe and just were like, oh, do you fancy are you busy on Saturday? Do you mind just coming out? Do you mind just coming down to the studio, mate? Just got a little bit for you. Just chuck this wig on. Hey, how are you at Greek accents? Yeah. Oh no, you'll be fine. That sounds great. It felt a bit like that. Like it was just a buddy cameo.
Well, yeah. Unless it was maybe they were taking the mick, and it was a tongue-in-cheek thing. The fact that he tried to do that Robin Hood film years ago, and it was so terrible. So maybe it was like that. Maybe that is a less cynical view. Yes. Yeah. Maybe it was a sort of in joke of like, you're crap at accents. Let's just do it, and it'll be funny. That's the sort of thing we'd probably put in a film where we just like, let's just take the mick, and no one else would actually realise it. I think
that's a good point. Actually.
Well, I think going back to the Screaming Goats, I thought were really funny. I found it such a ridiculous film. I actually enjoyed it. Didn't take it seriously in any way. It was a film that I went to see and laughed a lot. And I just genuinely had a laugh. Really, it was all really silly, and it kind of I was in the right mood for it. Wasn't expecting it to be like that. Yeah, and the whole thing of like those goats smashing into the moon and then screaming. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah. So I saw that as it was just silly, and it was completely ridiculous as a movie. I mean, it was. I mean, it was just a standalone. What the hell? This just didn't need to be made, but I still had a good time, basically. True. I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think obviously in that important thing, it was just so random that, she was. We probably should have said spoilers at the beginning of this, but there was, the whole arc of hers. I mean, what was the point? The point of having her in it again, and then her having that cancer, and then she had to go to Valhalla. That was...
Yeah, I mean, I think that... Exactly, and I think that was kind of it as well. Like, the story kind of didn't make a lot of sense, obviously. I mean, not that it has to, because it's a fictional superhero film, but it just... Yeah, I don't know. What were the stakes, I guess, in a way? Yeah. But I agree that it was definitely entertaining. Good for kids, I guess, especially the end bit where all the kids get temporary powers and stuff. Like... That was very fun.
I think if you see it as a movie, literally, because it has no connections to anything really, apart from the Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit, but it doesn't have any connection. So it's just literally you could watch that film and not really have to see anything else. But I think obviously they're Marvel in a very dangerous place now. They're starting to put way too much stuff out, and
they are.
Yeah. So I just hope they don't. I guess it's inevitable, or as Arnie would say, it's inevitable that. That they would do this. They would just oversaturate it and got to the point where you just can't be arsed with it anymore. The quality is going to diminish because you're putting so much stuff out, and I don't know. It's a bit frustrating, really. They don't need to put. I mean, I know they need to keep people subscribing, but I guess this is the whole thing, isn't it? With Netflix as well. Netflix are, they're on their knees a little bit because they were, the first ones to do all the loads of content, but now all the other people have content, and eventually it's going to get to the point where they just go saying yes to so much crap that people are just like, this is just crap. I can't bother with this anymore. So I feel like maybe it'll come full circle and they'll start actually being a bit more methodical and say, well, you got to wait for new stuff to come out because you don't need new stuff every single day, do you?
Definitely now is the time. If anyone out there has an idea for a pilot of a show, you will get it made because they just need stuff to put on their platforms.
They really do.
But yeah, I definitely agree we need the old quality over quantity thing to kind of be reined back in.
Definitely.
Well, I'm going to go with a lightly buzzing. That's my verdict.
Yeah, okay. There we go. I mean, I agree. It was fun, but it's certainly it's not one you're gonna say, oh, everyone should watch this. It was just a light dusting of buzziness, a slight pollen. It was sort of a Buzz Aldrin, wasn't it? It was a Buzz Aldrinary.
That concludes our broadcast day.
Well, yeah. I think, I want to see if. Well, I don't know what films come out next, but there's nothing to look forward to. I don't know what. There's no like big buzz about a film coming up, is there? It feels like it's
not really. No, it has kind of stagnated. Although weirdly enough, I think Boxing Day now has kind of become a weird day for like releasing fairly big movies, or at least fairly
really.
Fairly kind of well-known characters, or maybe like at least, with well-known casts and stuff. I just remember, like, I think when those Sherlock Holmes movies with old Robert Downey Jr. were coming out, for some reason, I feel like they came out around Christmas.
Actually, that's a Guy Ritchie thing,
few
isn't
other
it?
movies.
That's a Guy Ritchie, because he brought that Gentleman film out a similar time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. I think maybe it is a Guy Ritchie thing then, yeah, because I just sort of remember thinking to myself, like, oh, it's strange that there's large, kind of A-list casted movies coming out around what I would have thought would have been like a real dead point of the year, is to release something on Boxing Day, because it's like, who's going to go out on Boxing Day? But, you've always got the January and February to look forward to, because they're known as the dump months in Hollywood, where they usually just put out, the stuff they think's not going to do very well anyway. They always just put it out in those months. So it's always interesting to see what ends up in the trash heap, essentially, of the year in terms of a Hollywood calendar.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is interesting. But no, I agree. There's nothing to be buzzing about in terms of things coming out.
Oh, that's a shame.
Soon.
I do love going to the movies.
Unfortunately, yes. I don't know. I did see there is a movie called See How They Run.
Oh yes,
which is with Saoirse Ronan.
Oh yes,
I can't remember how to pronounce her name.
Saoirse, yeah.
And Sam Rockwell, he's always good actually.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an old school whodunit, but then at the same time, it feels like it might end up competing with audiences for Knives Out 2. I don't know if you ever saw Knives Out, the first one.
I did see Knives. What did you think of Knives Out?
I liked it. I guess I thought that the twist wasn't. I guess I thought there was going to be a bigger twist or a bigger kind of payoff. But I still liked it. I quite like those. What do they call them? I guess those kind of like locked room kind of whodunit or sort of bottle episode styled things where you kind of have a roster, a Miss Marple, a right old Miss Marple, really. I guess is what it is.
I mean, I thought, I worked out who it was, and it was a very, very, very limp reveal. He said it was a classic whodunit, but then you figured out who done it quite early on, and it was very obvious. And I thought that was that's the whole point of the movie, right? To find out who it is and work out who it is. And if you, I found it it was quite a flaccid end to that film, unfortunately.
Limp and flaccid. Wow. Okay. I mean, those are some very descriptive phallic words.
Also,
so what you're saying was the guy who wrote it was a big flaccid dick.
Well, yeah. I mean, is that Ryan Johnson, wasn't it? But I think maybe I listened to Mark Como going on about it, saying it's a classic whodunit. I thought it was great, all this sort of thing. So maybe I had too high expectation, but it was a bit, it was just very frustrating that. Well, if people didn't work that one out, I don't know what movie they were watching, but
Yeah,
it was just a bit
fair
like,
enough.
oh, well, I guess it was him. There's no twist, nothing.
Well, aren't you so smart, Rob? Maybe some of us might need a little bit of extra time to work these things out.
Well,
but, no, I agree.
They literally put a sign up saying it was this guy, and I don't know. I like to be surprised. I like to be guessing, and then go, oh man, they got me. I think that's more enjoyable. But I mean,
true.
Well, there's some people I know they like to know what's going to happen at the end, so they'll probably read the last page of a book or something, which is absolutely psychotic, isn't it?
I see what you're saying. They should be taken out back and shot, and then immediately incinerated.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Your money is no good here, sir.
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you?
Well, yeah, I agree completely. Yeah, definitely like to keep a bit of mystery, keep a bit of suspense in all walks of life, in my movies and in the bedroom.
Hey! Where did that come from? Whoa.
Hey! Oh, I don't know. Crazy. Let that slip.
Yes, that's she said.
But moving swiftly, of course, moving swiftly on, I was going to actually come back around to some of the royal stuff quickly, because I don't know if you've heard, but since our hack earlier on, I came across some news about the Monday, and everything's closed, Rob.
What?
Everything's closed.
Hang on a minute. You're saying I'm not going to be able to get my Mars ice creams?
That's exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I know, I'm sorry that you have to find out this way. What I'm saying is, thanks to our constitutional monarchy, you will not be chowing down on a delicious, smooth and creamy Mars ice cream.
What?
It's hospitals are going to be sort of opting out. Certain surgeries aren't going to be available, and food banks are closing, and McDonald's, of all things, the corporate capitalist machine that is McDonald's, is also closing down, which is just insane, isn't it? I'm not really sure when paying respects somehow aligned with being lazy and not going to work.
Hang on, what's shut all day?
Yeah, all day. Not for like a little. Well, from what I've gathered on the news, they haven't gone like, oh, we're closed, for an hour, in commemoration, or usually you get these things where like, oh, we're not going to open till I don't know midday or something. But yeah, no, the headlines are it's closed. We're locking down. We're basically having a mini lockdown for that one day, because it's respectful. As one person put it, that, the Queen, who pretty much was this symbol of hard work ethic, we've all decided to take the day off and sit around and do nothing. So, yeah, strange. So if you did have any plans... Oh, and flights have also been cancelled and rescheduled.
Oh, you'd be gutted, though, wouldn't you, if you had waiting for going on holiday all that time?
Yeah, waiting to go on holiday or waiting to go to, a friend's wedding or something that's been postponed already like 3 times because of COVID. What's the 4th time? It's not going to hurt, is it?
Although, to be honest, everyone's, it won't be the same like without, normally you have a minute of silence at football and there's a sodding plane going over. That's just normal. So surely it'd be a bit weird if the skies were really quiet.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. It's going to be interesting just to walk out onto the street and to see what's happening. Are people going to treat it... I don't know. Are people going to go out? Because why? Well, there's nowhere to go. Everything's going to be closed. I mean, even walking around
Hang on a minute.
Today.
Pubs.
Yeah. Well, that's a very good question. I think a lot of them are going to be closed, at least in the country here. I've noticed a lot of signs have already gone up. We could see a mini panic buying situation at the supermarket because everything's going to be closed.
There's going to be no Mars ice creams left on Sunday, is there?
There might not be. I mean, what day are we at now? Yeah, we're at
Friday.
We're Friday. I'd say get out now while you can. While everyone's in the queue to have a look at the coffin, I reckon you might be in with a chance.
Well, I've got to go to Blackburn this weekend, so...
Blackburn's closed, mate.
Shut up.
It's shut. It's all shut.
What?
Blackburn, shut.
Well, it probably should be shut, to be honest. A health risk, I imagine.
Yeah, probably.
Blackburn.
Blackburn.
So they might as well call it burnt, haven't they?
Blackburn.
They should just call it burnt.
Blackburn,
I mean,
yeah.
Blackburn is basically just burnt stuff, isn't it?
True. Or charred. Just call it charred.
Yeah, charred. So going to Blackburn tomorrow because my friend Chris, one of my good friends, he is there's this band we saw who supported the Fun Loving Criminals back in probably like 2004 or something like that. And the band, I mean, the female singer, really good band actually. They were great, and so he sort of followed them, and I like listening to them too. I think we went to see them live years ago. Anyway, and then we're going to go and see them tomorrow. But for some reason, their gig is in Blackburn.
Right.
So
okay.
random.
I mean, things clearly have taken a downturn for them since 2004. If they're in Blackburn,
I know.
Yeah,
I think there's another gig they're doing in Brighton, I think, which is just a pain in the ass to get to be honest. So we're going.
Yeah.
We're driving. 3.5 hour journey, probably 4 hour journey tomorrow morning, and so by the time, and then obviously you do the gig, have a few sherbets, of course. Come back on Sunday, and so we come back on Sunday, and hopefully by the time I get back, I might be able to get to the shop before they run out of Mars ice cream.
I wish you luck. Godspeed is all I can say.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I can buy some Mars ice creams in Blackburn because, and bring them down in case I see some. Because
yeah, they might be a bit soft by the time you take ferry them back home as well.
Maybe, well, they're keeping the packet, I guess, as long as they don't get touched, you could put them back in the freezer.
True. Good point. That'd be interesting. Then it would just be like a Mars milkshake ice cream because it's all just blended.
Yeah. Although the freezer I have here at home, it doesn't keep like if you put a Mars ice cream in the freezer here, the inside the actual ice cream doesn't stay frozen. What is that about? It freezes everything else, but it doesn't freeze ice cream.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Jeffrey, mate. Jeffrey might have an answer.
Yeah, he might
I'm not sure. When we get next time, we'll make sure we put that to him first. If he ever gets round to that launch actually on Monday, we'll have to check in, maybe do a special bulletin or something to see how he's getting on. But yeah, probably shouldn't talk about that too much because last time we got cut off.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Well,
we sure did.
We have to be careful what we talk about. We talk about NASA as well because maybe they were part of it. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, maybe just keep hush hush. I can hear some static as we speak building up. So they're listening. Rob. It might be time to get out of here. Well, all I'm going to say is, good luck. Good luck, mate. If you're gonna do anything, make sure you get it done before midnight on Sunday because Britain will be going back into lockdown for one day and one day only. We're bringing you the COVID experience.
Yes. Oh, thanks, Lizzie. What happens if I run out of toilet paper or something? Or what happens if I don't know? I feel like I need some pain au chocolat.
I don't know, mate. I mean, this move could be enough to make people want to move to a republic, So,
yeah. I think I'm going to Russia. Goodbye.
Yeah. Good one. Rob. Oh, Rob, are you there? Must be something wrong with his... Rob. Oh. Well, thanks for listening. And we'll speak to you next time, maybe. Goodbye.